James awoke to the sound of rain beating down upon the roof as the wind howled around the house and down the chimney, causing a chill. He slowly rose and looked around the raven-black room. The clattering French doors caught his attention. Noticing a stream of water pouring in from a broken window, he got up and walked over to assess the damage. "When did this happen?" he asked himself, referring to the rotting door frame. He was walking back to the bed when he stepped on something. "Blimey!" he shouted. He then fumbled around in the darkness until he found the nuisance object. "Is that a piece of plaster? What is going on here?" he asked aloud. Ambling over to the bed table, he kicked another object. After feeling his way around the table, he found some matches and lit a candle. Picking it up, James glanced around the room. He was awestruck by what surrounded him. The walls were crumbling, wallpaper peeled, exposed latticework and signs of rodents and feathered creatures. The floor was littered with ceiling plaster, broken glass, animal droppings, and books scattered in disarray. Random puddles collected from leaks in the ceiling. The air was rank of mold and dust. The furniture had stuffing removed, tables and chairs fallen and broken. The bed he had been lying in was covered in dirt, old tattered clothes and a torn blanket. James was overwhelmed by what had befallen. It appeared to him that his once grand manor was nothing more than a mere ruin. The room did not look like this when he retired last night. Or was that the night before? He suddenly couldn't remember. What time is it, James wondered. He glanced at the clock and noticed it was frozen at 2:47 a.m. That's odd, he thought. He saw an uncanny glowing light appear beneath the door. He shouted out, "Who goes there?" There was no reply when something materialized inside his room. At first he was blinded by the light, and then a hooded figure with large onyx wings and a green lantern appeared. Who are you?" he stammered in fear.
"I've come to bring you home. You only need to take my hand,"
replied the ebony figure. In defiance, he stated, "I'm not going anywhere with you until you tell me who you are. What brings you here? Are you responsible for what's going on?"
"James, the battle is over. It is time for you to let go. I've come to bring you home where your loved ones await."
How do you know my name? Who are you?" James asked again. The dark figure spoke in a booming voice.
"I have no name, but you know me as the Angel of Death. I have been coming for you for over 164 years. Your time has expired long ago, yet you refuse to let go, steadfast in your belief that you are not deceased."
"I know not who you are, but you had better leave. There is no way I am dead. I am alive. I hold true to thoughts and emotions. I even feel pain. If I were not, would that be so?"
"Why do you subscribe to this fallacy? You believe you are alive, but in reality, you no longer exist,"
Death coldly stated. James was becoming agitated. "I grow weary of this conversation. I need time to think. I bid you farewell. Be gone."
"So be it," Death announced. "But before I leave, look into the glass, and tell me what you see."
James looked at Death bemused, then walked to the door and peered into the offensive glass. As he gazed, he realized that he saw no reflection, not his face, nor his guest. He quickly turned around and found himself alone. James was clearly shaken and distraught by what had just transpired. His head began to ache, and he suddenly felt quite exhausted. Making his way to the bed and lying down, he closed his eyes. James awoke to the sound of rain beating down upon the roof as the wind howled around the house and down the chimney, causing a chill. The clattering French doors caught his attention as he noticed a stream of water pouring in from a broken window. He slowly rose and looked around the raven-black room.